So I have this delusional belief that I can make anything I want out of clay. So today I'm going to challenge myself to make a Hobbit house. We need some clay. So I'm going to roll these out into a couple slabs to build the walls of the house.
So once the slabs were rolled out, I went ahead and cut out the front wall, which is going to look like a half circle. And then I went ahead and cut out the back wall, which is basically just going to be the earth on the back of this gnome house. So made sure it fit together nicely. I scored the seams of the two walls, added some slip, which is going to be like the glue, and then I went ahead and mushed them together. I want them to be seamless so it looks like one natural thing. I added a coil to the back for extra strength. And then I added newspaper underneath to create a mound shape. And this newspaper is going to give it structure, so as the clay dries, it will dry in this mound shape that I'm looking for.
All right, I think that is a good outline. So for the front door of the gnome house, I'm gonna go with that classic circle door. So I have circle cookie cutters in different sizes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut out a circle piece in a slab and then put it onto the wall. The next steps on this house is I think I'm gonna add stone around. So I'm gonna make a bunch of little stones and attach them to the wall.
After adding the stone, I cut out this piece of clay, which is going to be a decorative piece of wood for the front of the house. So make sure that stuck to the front nicely. Then I added a coil for the back, which is just going to make the back look very seamless and that the earth comes right up to it. Then I cut out little circles, and these little circles are going to be the windows for the front of the house. Cut out another piece of clay, and this is going to be an overhang to the front of the house. So then, you know, the little hobbits don't get wet when they come out. Made sure that's all seamless and goes together. I added some support bearings. Cut out the windows so then you can add a candle and it will glow. At the back, I wasn't really sure what to do for a while, but I decided to create a path and a little patio area at the top. So for most of it, it's going to be grass, so I added extra clay, and this extra clay is going to be the grass. So I added that all around where I wanted grass to be. Then I went ahead and used a needle tool and created the grass texture all over this piece. It was a very tedious task. Did this for the path as well. I want this to look like basically rocks. And then I added walking stones all around.
So now that the back has all this grass and a cute little path, I think I'm gonna add some mushrooms to kind of just add some flair to it. And then this side of it will be finished. So now that I've let the Hobbit house dry a bit, I'm gonna go ahead and add the fine details of like the wood grain in the door and in the windows, and then I'm gonna let this dry out all the way, put it in the kiln, and then give it some life with color. Alright, so the Hobbit house just came out of the kiln. I think it looks so good. I'm very happy with it, all the little details, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get started painting it.
So I decided to use acrylic paint instead of glaze to color in this Hobbit house. I thought that acrylic paint would look so much better on this house because the colors really pop against the white clay and just look so vibrant and beautiful. So I went ahead and mixed up some colors for this gray and started painting. I really wanted this door to stand out, be kind of the main focal point of the front of the house. So a bright, vibrant red, I think it looks perfect for standing out. Made the windows brown, give it an earthy feel to it. Then I went ahead and made this piece of wood on the front the same color as the windows. I thought that would match nicely as well. And then the load-bearing pieces of wood, I made them a darker wood so they'd stand out. Gave the handle a nice vibrant gold, and then made the top part this wood brown. The grass was a total pain to do. I had to go over it in many layers because it's very hard to fill in, but I went for a very vibrant green. I wanted it to stand out. I made this kind of like a yellow brownish in between the stones, and then made the stones gray to match the front stones of the house. The mushrooms were by far my favorite thing to paint. They just came out so good. The red on them just pops. Just absolutely gorgeous. I'm really glad I added mushrooms to the back. And then to get the white dots on top of the mushroom heads, I went and took a little dab of white paint on the back of my paintbrush and then just dabbed each dot onto the mushrooms. This gave it a nice perfect circle, and I think it looks super good.
So my delusional thought that I can make anything I want out of clay is still valid. This gnome house came out absolutely awesome. I think the color choices were perfect, and choosing acrylic paint over this I think was a really good move, as the colors just pop so much more than they would with glaze. I love the backyard part of this, and I love the front. I'm just overall very, very happy with it. I also cannot wait to see what it looks like at night with the candle under here and the windows glowing. And if you thought this was cool, make sure to subscribe. I'm gonna be coming out with a lot more videos of cool stuff I'm making out of clay. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.